ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now live and direct. All right, what's going on? We're now live. First off, I want to say thank you. The guest today, we have Mystery Man NFT. At Mystery Man NFT on Twitter. So if you're not already going to follow, get a follow over there on there. And without further ado, Mystery, I guess if you don't mind, just let us know who you are, how long you've been, I guess, with the NFT community, and kind of what you got started on here.
Yeah, cool. First off, thank you guys for the time. I'm very happy to be here. I guess a little bit about on my background to touch on that. I've actually been working in the digital asset industry for going on what would now be 4 years. I work professionally in New York City, and we deal with a lot of the financing for some of the larger institutions. But also at the same time, I've had my hands in crypto personally for the entire time. Naturally, it's just something that I really enjoy. And then for our Mystery Man project, I figured it was kind of time for me to become a creator and start contributing to these ecosystems. And we've kind of been at it since a little bit before the beginning of this month. So I would say 3 to 4 weeks we've been at it. We just sold out our pre-sale today, which is good news. Yeah. So that's a little bit about me, I guess. To kind of dive into the team that we have, we're working with Nova Launch for our back-end development. They're great guys over there, run by the Solana Souls team. And then kind of my direct team has come over with me from past business ventures. Our artist is very good. He's done a lot of marketing and graphics work with me in the past for, I would say, about 1.5 years, 2 years now. And then kind of, I guess you could call our community manager. He's come over with me from a past business venture as well. And it was kind of a large symbiotic relationship where we've been involved in crypto, like I said, for quite a while. And we figured, all right, let's get together and kind of create something and contribute to the ecosystem and kind of form our own community. So we're excited to kind of call something our own. And we're looking forward to seeing where the project goes.
Nice. What made y'all come up with the name Mystery Man? Is there a story behind that, or where'd that come from?
Yes, actually. Good question. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna dive into kind of our structure, and it kind of revolves around our earlier roadmap. So Mystery Man, I see the graphic that you're displaying. Those are our kind of mystery soldiers, capital SOL, of course. And those are our original collection. So they're kind of what we perceive to be as kind of a child soldier army. And then what we're going to do is we're going to structure kind of the community around a large one-of-one charity auction to kind of put out our community values. We've decided on a charity to be the Save the Children organization is the cause that we're going to be getting behind. And that one-of-one Mystery Man NFT is kind of going to be looked at as not so much the leader, but kind of somebody who we can kind of gather around. Again, it's a cause that it's going to be auctioned for charity, so kind of representing the community values. And we're going to work with that one-of-one owner to kind of form a new type of DAO structure that we're of course going to have to work out. We don't want it to be too centralized around one leader, of course, being a DAO. But I think that there's some fun things that we can do with a bit of a different structure that hasn't been done before. And again, it's just kind of one central thing that the community can kind of rally around and a cause that we're all going to be supporting.
Nice. And you said it was the pre-sale. You said it was today.
The pre-sale. Well, it was. I think it minted about a little over a week ago, and it was kind of. I don't want to say a stealth mint, but it was kind of a. We weren't aggressively marketing it because we wanted to take our time with the pre-sale and kind of build an interactive community while that pre-sale was going on. So it was initially 500 mints early, and we sold that out today. It ended today. But the whole time it was kind of a blessing to do it that way because, like I said, it was a slower approach to the minting process. And because we kind of took that slower approach, we wanted to make sure we were building the community right. We were establishing the right values for everybody. And we kind of have everybody that's involved in supporting the project early. We kind of have them all, we fall into the same mindset as we want to look at this to be a longer term project. We didn't want to just go with a large mint and aggressively market it to the point where we kind of have those early flippers and people aren't holding on for kind of some of the near-term exciting developments that we're looking to have. So we're doing some different things as far as the graphic that you have right now for all of our pre-sale holders. We kind of did, those are our custom personalized NFTs. So each person who participated in the pre-sale was able to kind of design their own themed soldier that is in asterisks, is not part of the official collection, but again, just one of those fun ways that we're kind of incentivizing long-term holding and kind of a fun way to give directly back to our early supporters. And it was kind of fun to go through and create those customs for different people. We kind of saw a bunch of different community interests and passions shine through. And it's been a fun process.
Nice. So some of the ones that we're looking to hear, these are some that the community made, or these are like some of the one-offs that y'all gave to the early holders, or
Yes, those are
okay.
kind of those are the
Nice.
one-offs. Again, they're not part of the official collection, but we gave every pre-sale participant kind of an outline to work with our artists as far as they could request kind of a customized
Nice.
version of their soldier. So it kind of gives them something to display as their PFP that maybe they kind of have more of a connection to, as opposed to the random mint that they had gotten. This gives them more of a passionate connection to the project. And again, just a fun way for us to interact and give back to our early supporters.
I think that's really cool. I don't think I've seen a project do that yet. So kudos to you guys for thinking outside the box and including your community in a unique way.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun. That one right there is kind of that's one of the ones that would be part of the official collection. But yeah, it was fun working through all of those customs. It's definitely, we're still working through them. It's definitely a lot of work, but again, at the same time, like I was saying, we kind of want to take things slow, do it the correct way, and kind of build a strong grassroots community. So yeah.
Is this like someone just one of y'all's, I guess, community people making this, or is this one of y'all's artists making the one on the screen?
Yeah, it's the artist that is on our team that created the official mints. He's the one that's kind of working and spinning off these custom requests.
So does he like paint them and then you guys take like a high quality picture of it?
No, actually, that we can lead this. This leads into one of our next developments. That video actually it's a contribution from an independent artist, which is really cool. We're going to be auctioning that to the for charity, again, Save the Children organization. We're going to be
That
right
exact
now.
one.
That exact one,
Nice.
yes. And right now we're working with a couple different independent artists. We're going to curate a bit of a derivative collection to be auctioned separately for charity. So to kind of highlight the independent artists in the Solana ecosystem, it's a good way to kind of give these guys a platform and kind of bring together a collection. And that one was really cool. It's an oil painting that once auctioned, there's going to be, of course, there's going to be an NFT auctioned, but that NFT, that specific one, will be redeemable for that physical painting. Whoever wins the bid for that.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is the same person painting it that does it. What do they do it on? Do you know like what program they use? Just like a Photoshop or the iPad, or?
I'm not sure. Actually, what is kind of cool. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick and share it with you guys. But there's that physical painting, and then the NFT that's going to be auctioned is also, it's a picture of that painting. So it's professionally rendered, but at the same time, it still kind of has that hand painted feel to it, which is really cool. Let me see if I can try to find it real quick. But yeah, we're that's only one of the independent artists that we're working with. Like I said, we're curating a whole collection. We've had some really good contributions so far, and it's been a pleasure working with these different artists and seeing their styles worked into our mystery soldier concept. It's very cool.
Question for some people that are listening that aren't fully like I guess known, you know, what NFTs are and things like that. When you say pre-sale, is there do you have more time? Like, is there another mint date, or is it all on second market now? Or if people take a look here and liking the project and like, hey, I want to get one of those, is there another date that's coming out, or is everything already fully out?
Well, yes and no. So our pre-sale is done. It was a very low 500 supply, and then the mint date we're probably targeting in about the public mint. We're going to target in about 3 to 4 weeks. We want to lay the groundwork and take our time with that, and also at the same time, the public mint supply is going to be decided now by our community. So, but also not just pre-sale holders. So if you want to kind of have a say in the direction of this project, the community feedback is very important to us. And we kind of want this Mystery Man project to be just as much of the community's as it is ours. And so we're going to allow the community to kind of vote on the public supply. Originally, we were going to go with 10,000, which was the old meta for Solana NFTs, was kind of a very generic 10,000 supply collection. And very quickly, as is natural in the crypto ecosystem, that has kind of changed, and we're seeing some lower supply mints. So we want to open that up, and we're going to let the community decide and vote on what the total supply should be. So again, we want our community feedback is important. So if people are looking for, if they're looking to get into this project right now, we're voting again. Of course, we're voting on a pre-sale secondary listing. So of course, there's 500 mystery soldiers out there right now, and we're working on a secondary listing. We're taking a community vote as to which marketplace to list on, or if we should not list and wait for the public mint. So we have that community poll running right now. We'll probably give it. We'll see how many participants, what percentage of our community participates. But once we kind of have a clear community decision, we'll move on that. So we might, if the community decides that we should list on a certain marketplace, or pre-sale mints, then we might have those listed very soon. But again, at the same time, if we choose not to list until the public sale, there's still ways for people to kind of join our Discord, hop in the community, and we'll take feedback even from people who are not holders, if they're just involved in the community. Again, all feedback we're open to it all.
That was gonna be the next question. I mean, with the polls and everything y'all usually have, is that usually like in the Discord or on the, I guess, the Twitter account? Where's the best place to people to get involved in the community at?
Yeah, so for the most part, all of our kind of intimate workings of the project, all the polls and things like that, that's directly on Discord, because we want to be taking our direct supporters into account. We believe that Twitter is a bit of a more public space, as opposed to kind of just our specific Discord server. So polls don't happen on our Twitter, but we do some of the more major announcements. Of course, we announce on Twitter, but what we're going to start doing is every week, every Monday before the week starts, we're going to start having live community discussions, kind of as a way to address the developments for the week, get feedback from the Discord community, and then, of course, just touch base and personally get to know everybody. I think these weekly roundtables is a good way to further connect the community.
Nice. I like the artwork as well. It's pretty dope in my opinion.
Yeah, the artwork's fresh.
Appreciate it.
What I guess what are some visions y'all want to see, like y'all selves, like the community like project, like go to and the vision and complete? Like what's the, like I said, long term goal? Because it kind of looks like a I mean, I don't know, I could see like I was almost said a cartoon, not a cartoon, but like like a magazine or I'm having a mind blank. I forgot exactly what it's called. But are there any things of like where do y'all want the project to go to? Like in 4 months, where do you see yourselves?
Yeah. So in 4 months, that's a great question. In 4 months, there's a lot of ideas that I could kind of lay out here right now. I don't want to kind of get too far ahead of the project, because of course community, like I've been kind of harping on, community direction and feedback is very important. So right now what we're doing, since the pre-sale mint has happened, we've started a DAO, or kind of a project treasury fund. So we've allocated a good portion of our pre-sale funds that were raised to the project. We've made that wallet public. So once the public mint happens, ideally we'd like to start turning this project over to the community in a way that they can kind of vote and decide on what these funds can be used for. Right now, a lot of them are sitting in a staking account, of course, because we want to kind of set the community up appropriately. And then, of course, we're going to kind of provide some guidance and a brief outline of as far as structure goes, with the future roadmap. But as the community seems fit with however they want to use those funds, it's totally up to them. And I think that's what's going to make this project fun, is that the community is going to have a hand in it. And at the same time, we're committed to working alongside that DAO. And of course, our team is going to support the decisions that are made in the best way that we possibly can. Again, with development, with artists, and of course, just general community outreach. We're working on a lot of different project partnerships and things like that. But I think it'll be very exciting. I guess some concrete specifics that I can speak to immediately would be we want to do something fun with the different helmet variations. So across our soldier helmets, we have a couple different developments. We have a very early stage helmet, which we categorize as rookie soldiers. And then that kind of goes along across to, as the helmet becomes more developed, you have kind of your general, and then the most advanced helmet variation or attribute is we classify them as special forces soldiers. So we'd like to kind of start to do something fun with the special forces soldiers. And we're very sensitive to who's going to own them. Special forces soldiers are a bit more rarer in our rarity table. So they're kind of less common than the other helmet variations, but I think we can kind of do some fun things there where maybe some special forces holders can kind of recruit different factions within the Mystery Man army. And then, of course, hopefully that falls within our DAO structure. And then kind of those different factions can branch off, make their own decisions, or support the project in whatever way they seem fit.
Nice. I know a question. Excuse me. I've asked. I want to say just about all the projects that came on here. For people that are thinking about trying to create an NFT, things like that. What were some if you had any? What were some of like the hiccups y'all encountered, and what are like some of the best ways y'all overcome them or came them, and then like what suggestions or tips would you give? I mean, new projects, new people coming into the space.
Yeah, that's a good question. For new creators, I would say luckily, we really didn't have too many bumps or bruises. And I would attribute that to kind of going back to the beginning of the podcast. We brought over, our team is a team that has been working together for a very long time. So we had some long-standing relationships as far as working together goes. That made creating this project from inception, it made it very smooth. And then, of course, like I mentioned, our back end development is a well-established team in the Solana ecosystem. So it was kind of just building out those different community relationships, touching base with different people, being involved across a bunch of different projects. I was kind of an early Solana investor myself, and as opposed to holding your NFTs and kind of forgetting about them, that's great. But also at the same time, interacting with those communities that you're invested in, it goes a long way. And throughout this time that I've been involved in the ecosystem, it was kind of a long time coming creating this project. But along the way, we've built solid relationships. And that has helped us tremendously in launching this project. And I would encourage anybody who is looking to become a creator in this NFT space, feel free to reach out to us. We're always more than happy to kind of bounce ideas around, help people as needed. By no means are we experts. We, of course, there's always something to learn. But just by helping out the community, building relationships, and being active is kind of the advice that we would give. It's helped us a lot in starting this project.
Nice. No, I think people will definitely take that into consideration, because I think it's cool that all y'all like kind of knew each other and know each other and has like a good vibe and mesh. Because I mean, some of the other I guess NFT projects we had, it would be, of course, they would mesh well. It would be like a family member, something like that, where you would have to, ask brother, sister 4, 5, 6 different times. So that's cool that y'all were all known, like friends with, like before all that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Last, I guess, couple questions, because we're getting closer to the 30-minute mark on there. Did you ever honestly see, or I guess you can kind of speak for your friends, even though you can't speak for them. Did y'all ever see yourselves getting into the NFT space, like when I first started in the crypto world, or I guess when did that perk y'all's idea and y'all's interest?
Yeah, I mean, myself personally, I know they're not here. Myself personally, when I got into crypto, it was about 4 years ago. So NFTs weren't even on my radar. Yep. But that's the good thing about crypto. And that was something that, as me and the team, as we kind of were working in the crypto space, NFTs just naturally started to pop up. And that's what I enjoy about the crypto space is it moves very quickly. And the technology is there to allow people to kind of pivot very quickly and follow wherever the innovation is going. So as we were working and we were discussing different crypto investments, different yield farming, DeFi, things like that is what we were kind of initially involved in, and then of course NFTs started to pop up, and we all we have a very close working relationship, so of course that was brought into the conversation. We all personally started out just investing in these NFTs, and then kind of as we got involved in the community, we kind of said, hey, let's contribute it to this ecosystem and create something that we can call our own and share with people. And that's kind of just how we got started.
Nice. Question of mine, just because looking at the picture with the screen, with like the rarity stuff like that, because you can kind of see like the different the hats, the helmets, things like that. Are those like different rarities, or is that just like different options on stuff like that? And or like, what about the pets as well? Is that all? Do they all have certain meanings to it, or is it just boom? I thought a pet would look fresh, or like, I guess I'm interested. What made y'all think about pets on the shoulders and all?
Yeah. So that graphic right there is actually kind of a very good example of the progression that I was kind of touching on earlier. We kind of have all the way on the left, you kind of have the helmet that's a little makeshift, it's falling apart. And those are more common in our rarity table. Those are kind of the recruits. And then as you move along all the way over to the right, you can see the helmet becomes more advanced. And it's well put together. Those are on the rarer side of our rarity table, and those are the special forces soldiers. So, and then the pets, those are something that we thought would be just a fun aesthetic addition, but also at the same time, we're encouraging our holders, and we did this a little bit beforehand. We kind of provided some cool backstories across the different soldiers. So as you move along, the hamster all the way on the left is kind of that recruited his hamster since he was a kid. So it was kind of his direct pet as he joined the mystery army. And then all the way over as you progress, so that parrot and then the chameleon gets more rare, of course, as these mystery soldiers travel and journey across the Solana ecosystem. But again, I'm speaking hypothetical, but that's kind of, we've made some cool backstories as a way to kind of make it fun and more interactive.
Nice. Well, then I definitely I find the art and everything interesting as well. I do like it. I mean, we're coming up to the end of it on that one. So I guess the thing I would say, any last things you wanted to bring up that I guess we haven't asked about, or anything on the project that y'all are excited about, or anything you want to, I guess, bring up before the end of the puppy here?
Well, not too much. We pretty much hit on everything. Thank you for the great interview. We touched on kind of our immediate roadmap, where we welcome everybody to kind of join our Discord server, follow us along on Twitter. We take broad community feedback on, and of course we're going to have a bunch of future announcements. We touched on the charity auction that we're working on. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I appreciate the time, guys.
100%. Last thing, where can everyone find y'all for the people who like skipped the first couple seconds of the podcast? Give a shout out where they can find you, and other than that, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's at MysteryMan NFT on Twitter, and of course from there you can kind of read about in our bio. We have our Discord server, which is our direct audience. It's more intimate. We encourage everybody to join the Discord, and our Medium articles go pretty in depth on the details of our project. So that's where you can find us on Twitter at MysteryMan NFT.
Awesome. Once again, man, I want to thank you for taking some time out of your night, evening, coming on the podcast as well. And we'll keep in contact. We want to have another podcast like with everyone on the episodes a couple months down the road, just to see kind of where everyone's at, and hopefully everyone's doing great. But just keep keep everything in tuned. You know what I mean? So thank you again. Everyone, go ahead and hit the follow, Mystery Man NFT. And until next time, stay awesome, stay fresh, stay clean. Everyone, fly high and stay positive. Till next time,
Thanks
y'all.
a lot, man. See you later.
Appreciate you guys. Best of luck.